and the donation process is.
Welcome to Wildcast. I'm Toby Schmidt.
And I'm Michael Hernandez. Thank you for joining us.
Campus was electric this weekend thanks to a visit from ESPN's College Game Day crew for the football game against UCLA. Students eager to have their faces broadcast on national television arrived at 3 a.m. Saturday morning with witty signs ready for air. The crowd went wild as fan favorite Game Day host Lee Corso donned Wilbur Wildcats' head as choice for winning the team. Although the prediction proved to be incorrect, the event was a memorable one for those in attendance.
We're only a month into the school year, but for new students having trouble adjusting to their new surroundings, it might feel like a lifetime. I investigated across campus in search of tips to help students get acclimated to university life. College is often viewed as the best time in a person's life, but the struggle new students face adjusting to campus is something rarely discussed. The pressures that come with arriving to a new school as a full-time student often contribute to low graduation and freshman retention rates. According to the latest data from the Department of Education, Arizona's 3 public state universities have a graduation rate of 59.8%, higher than the 55% national average, but that still means nearly 40% of people who enroll don't make it to graduation.
We are working very, very hard on first and second year retention, and so helping more freshmen that get started with us stay here with us for that second year. The more that stay here for that second year, the more likely they are to graduate. So we're working very hard to increase those graduation rates overall.
Living with strangers in the dorms can also lead to loneliness and self-isolation. But help is available for students feeling overwhelmed. When students need someone to talk with about their problems, they're free to come here to Campus Health and make an appointment with a counselor from Counseling and Psych Services, or CAPS for short, who can provide them with the strategies and support they need to adjust.
If you give it time, you'll find your people, even if it's just a few people. If you're an introvert and you're going to have 2 friends from college, that's fine. You'll find them eventually, but probably not in the first 3 weeks. If you find them in the first 3 weeks, you're lucky. And if not, just give it time and keep getting involved with things and connecting with people as much as you can, and you'll find your way, but give it more time than you think.
While students may experience their own unique struggles, feeling out of place is something all can relate to. But getting involved is often the key to gaining a sense of belonging.
I adjusted really, really well. I think that if you get involved in like a lot of the events on campus, that you get like more excited, and it's just easier for you to get like, I don't know, wrapped up into campus life. I think just, keep in touch with your family so you feel like you still have that aspect of your life, and then try and just make like really close friends, because your friends will become your family, so that helps a lot.
Taking advantage of the many resources at their disposal is sure to help students in making the University of Arizona their new home away from home. Reporting from Old Main for Wildcast, I'm Michael Hernandez.
UA Fall Career Days are finally here. This week, students and alumni will have the opportunity to meet with employers from nearly 200 companies like Amazon and Microsoft, who will be eagerly waiting your resumes. Fall Career Days will be held this Tuesday and Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the Student Union's Grand Ballroom. Come dressed to impress and have your resumes ready for your dream job.
Speaking of lucrative careers, the Arizona Board of Regents approved a $140,000 raise for U of A President Ann Weaver Hart this past Friday. The raise includes a $115,000 performance bonus and a $25,000 base pay raise, which brings her annual salary to $500,000. This comes after the news that the university recently cut 320 positions while laying off 44 employees to make up for a $28.4 million in state funding cuts.
It's nearly October and Tucson is still averaging temperatures in the upper 90s. Virginia Beamer couldn't be here to give you this week's weather update, but Michael will fill her spot and let you know when the heat will cease after the break.
Visit them online at hungryhowies.com.
All right, it's David Hasselhoff, the Hoff. Get Hoff with UATV. Stay tuned. Don't change the dial.
What are you guys doing?
Working.
Continue.
Welcome back to Wildcast.
Opa! This weekend, Tucsonans were able to get their Greek on at the annual Greek festival held at St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church on Fort Lowell. Festival goers enjoyed live music and dance performances while savoring a wide variety of Mediterranean dishes, such as gyros, souvlaki, and saganaki. Oh, that all looks so delicious. Served up by a fleet of volunteers.
I've been working here since I first came to Tucson when I was like 2 or 3 years old. My whole family every year comes and volunteers. It's really fun. All the members, we do what we can. We kind of try to, everybody sometimes works different spots wherever they need us, but it's a really good fundraiser for our church, so we really all try to support it and help out.
The festival, which has been a Tucson tradition for nearly 40 years, broke attendance records last year with over 11,000 guests Greeking out during the 4-day event.
Once they step onto campus, students quickly realize just how large the University of Arizona actually is. In getting to and from classes, there are a variety of options to choose from. Wildcast reporter Lexi Oakley gives us an overview of ways to get around the campus.
With first semester in full swing, students are getting more comfortable with the way they are transporting themselves to and from campus. From going to the mall, grocery store, or out with friends, students have found creative ways for getting around.
The main way I get around campus is walking, but when I get to campus, I usually ride my bike, or I have one of my roommates drop me off. So money doesn't really play into the way I get around campus, just because I'd walk or ride my bike anyways, but if parking passes were cheaper, I might buy a parking pass, just because it'd be easier, but they're crazy expensive.
One of the most popular transportation methods is the University of Arizona's Safe Ride. The program, which is provided by ASUA, provides rides for students between any 2 locations, including grocery stores, all main campus buildings, residence halls, and apartment complexes. Safe Ride's hours of operation are Sunday through Thursdays, 6:30 to 1 a.m.
For Safe Ride, we started in 1981 as a walking service. We began transporting students to and from different locations around campus, just as a safe way to get from point A to point B. A lot of students were feeling unsafe at night, so we decided to provide a walking buddy to get from maybe their dorm to the library or wherever they may go on campus. We started this service so that students would have a better feeling of safety around our campus. And as we evolved over the years, we began to acquire golf carts and cars and kind of build ourselves in the community. And now, like I said before, we transport students around campus, around the inner Tucson area, surrounding campus, from point A to point B, just so that they can have a safe ride home.
One of the most popular forms of transportation on campus is the University of Arizona's Safe Ride. ASUA provides this service for students to get to the dorms, library, market, or their fraternity and sorority houses safely and in a timely manner.
To promote campus safety as well as educate students about police procedures, UAPD is hosting a police town hall meeting on Thursday, October 1st at noon in Old Main. Police Chief Brian Seastone will be discussing body cameras and taking questions from the public.
Arizona is a prime destination for outdoor enthusiasts across the country. Being fortunate enough to have mountains in our backyard means the Campus Rec Center takes full advantage of Arizona's landscape through Campus Recreation Outdoor Adventures program. UATV was able to send reporter Cullen Hamblin out with a group as they took a trip into the backcountry.
Living in Tucson can be great, but for U of A students without a car, getting out of the city and exploring the desert can be difficult. UATV was given the chance to join Outdoor Adventures, a department of campus recreation who specialize in outdoor-related activities, as they took participants on one of their many exciting trips. At 8 a.m. on Saturday, participants met at the rec center where they were given a crash course in knot tying. After that, they got on a bus, left the U of A, and headed for Mount Lennon. 1 hour and 7,000 feet later, they arrived at a place called Barnum Rock, where they spent the day learning the ins and outs of rock climbing, until a rainstorm forced them off the mountain. It did not seem like anyone was too disappointed, though. After all, who could complain about views like this? This has been a special UATV look inside the world of outdoor adventures. To learn more about the trips they offer, drop by the rec during their business hours. For UATV, thanks for watching.
Not you.
Again, our weather reporter Virginia Beamer couldn't be with us this week, but Michael has an update on these scorching temperatures. Michael?
Thanks, Toby. Welcome to the Weather Show with Michael Hernandez. For your 5-day forecast, we're going to be having sunny skies on Tuesday with a high temperature of 99. But we're going to go into the middle of the week on Wednesday and Thursday with increased... Come on, guys. Sunny. I'm not a weather person. With sunny skies of 102 degrees. But we'll cool off at the latter part of the week with if that counts as cooling off, with a temperature 97 degrees. We apologize for not having our professional reporter Virginia Beamer give you the weather forecast, but we will have her in for next week.
If you were outside last night, you may have noticed something unusual in our night sky thanks to a lunar eclipse. Michael Notrika sent us this picture of the blood moon. Thank you, Michael. If you would like to send us weather photos, email us at UATV.
Coming up after the break, we'll have your highlights from Saturday's game against UCLA. Stay tuned.
UATV would like to thank Hungry Howie's for their continuous support and delicious pizza. Visit them online at hungryhowies.com.
I'm Derek Williams, the former U of A Wildcat. You're watching UATV. Don't change the channel.
Fifth-ranked Arizona women's soccer team earned a 1-0 victory over Washington on Friday in their Pac-12 home opener. Jaden DeGrassi scored her first goal of the season to give the Wildcats this win. She received a pass from Charlotte Bracia in the 52nd minute. This is the Wildcats' 7th victory, and they are back in action on October 2nd as they host California Golden Bears. Arizona football suffered its first loss of the season to UCLA in their Pac-12 opener on Saturday with a score of 56-30. Sophomore Nick Wilson led the team with 136 yards on 24 carries. Gerard Randall, who came in for a new Solomon after he was injured, also added 128 yards and a touchdown. Wildcat football travels to Stanford this weekend. The prestigious Roy Griat Cross Country Invitational took place in Minnesota on Saturday, and our men and women Wildcats were there to participate. The men ran an 8K race while the women ran a 6K. The women's team brought home 12th place and the men earned 19th. Both teams compete again Friday, October 9th here in Tucson for the U of A Open. Arizona men's tennis had a successful weekend at the Wildcat Invitational Tournament here in Tucson. Dynamic duo Shoki Katsuhara and Jason Havurang dominated the doubles tournament, winning the championship on Sunday. Havurang also won the event's red flight title. Wildcat Naoki Takeda will compete in the prestigious ITA Men's All-American Championships next Saturday in Oklahoma. 12th-ranked volleyball swept Oregon in 3 sets this weekend in their Pac-12 opener. Calais Mao led the team again, this time with 15 kills. Arizona will host Stanford on Wednesday and California on Friday. That's all for sports. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Danielle, and thanks to you for tuning in to Wildcast. You can watch us anytime online at uatv.arizona.edu or on our YouTube channel, UATV-CH3.
Be sure to like us on Facebook for the latest news on campus. We'll see you next week for another edition of Wildcast. Good night.
UATV would like to thank Hungry Howie's for their continuous support and delicious pizza. Visit them online at hungryhowies.com.